What's up, everybody? Welcome to another film study where I help players get better. You can see my goal is to teach realistic, fundamental, team-focused, skill-building, winning basketball. Nothing too crazy. With all my videos, I give away free workouts, so if you want some free workouts, just follow these instructions right here, screenshot this, and you can figure out the instructions there, and I'll send them to you. But today we're looking at part 2 of Nikola Jokic. Hopefully I did the pronunciation right, because last video I was saying Nikola Jokic or Jokic, and people let me know that was wrong pronunciation. So Nikola Jokic, hopefully that's right. We're going to look at scoring out of the low post. So in the last one we looked at screening, but we're going to look at low post offense when he has the ball. So 4 points I wanted to make in this video. Number 1 is catch, secure, and see. So post play, whether you're a post player or a guard, whenever you catch the ball in the post, if something isn't immediately there, you got to catch the ball first. You got to secure the ball, protect it so that the defense doesn't bat it away, then see the floor. Number 2 is being able to see all 4 help defenders / teammates have to stay within the passer's vision. So I'll just scan ahead right here and show you what I mean. So like this post, there's going to be a couple plays like this, but you can see right here, all 4 defenders are in Jokic's vision. So one of these defenders, is not over here in the corner. They're not on this wing. They're all on the opposite side of the floor. So now Jokic can see if one of these defenders leaves to double or does something, he can make that read. On the other hand, or I'll show you another situation real quick off that point, is another one again right here. He can see all 4 help defenders. They're all in his vision. If a help defender is not in the vision of the post, then you risk getting a steal or a bad outcome for the offense. So that's number 2. Number 3 is the ability to look over your shoulder. So as a post player and you haven't taken your dribble and you're just your shoulders to the defense, or whether you're taking your dribble and you're backing down the defense, being able to look over your shoulder and see the floor is a very important skill. And then 4th is patience. Jokic is not a super fast or super quick player, but it's his patience which helps him make good decisions in the post. So here's the first one. So he's patient, takes a couple dribbles, and he's looking over his shoulder. So first couple points I want to show in this is first what the action was to get open. So even though Murray doesn't set a great screen, players, this is a great action you can have to post up. It's just a UCLA screen for a big man. So a UCLA screen is a screen that is at the elbow, and then there's usually a cutter up in this area, and the cutter just runs off of that screen to the post. So this is how they post it up. And look what he does here. As soon as he catches the ball, he secures the ball, so it's on his left hip to where Gobert can't reach it. All 4 help defenders, are in his vision. The offensive players are staying spaced out, and now he backs down, takes a couple dribbles. He's patient. So like right there, the defender stunts or does a fake dig. Jokic does not bite on that. He stays patient. His eyes are still over his shoulders, and then he decides to attack, and he makes the shot with his right hand, and he gets the and 1. So 1 point for guards too, players. All players almost play in the perimeter nowadays. If you're on the perimeter and you're in this situation right here, you cannot cut to a point. Like, you can't be Porter right here and go to the corner, because now if Porter goes to the corner, then he brings his defender with him, and now imagine there's a defender here. Now Jokic has a defender not in his vision. So as perimeter players, you got to be patient. You got to make the proper reads. If the post player has an advantage in the post and they can go one-on-one, you should allow that, because your team's gonna get a bucket. And then 2 is the other point of spacing is don't basically stand on top of one another. So right here, each of the 4 offensive perimeter players are pretty much spaced out equally. Between Murray and Millsap, it's maybe a little shorter than between the other ones, but you have maybe 3-4 long strides in between each player, maybe even more here, so that each offensive player is spaced out from the other players who don't have the basketball. This makes the defense have to cover more ground. All right, so we'll finish watching this play, and then I'll watch the next play through. All right, so here's a back down, and it's just a simple face-up jumper. Now a skill here is just the ability to dribble and keep your dribble and turn to create a different post-up angle. So right here, Jokic, right now, his back is to the help defense. He might be able to see these two help defenders, but these two help defenders he's not able to see. So he realizes that as he's posting up to get on this block, he's going to have to pivot or reverse or front pivot so that he can see the whole floor. Because right here, if he keeps going and his chest and his eyes are facing the baseline, he's not going to be able to see the defense. So what does he do? Circles dribble, or just like reverse pivots on the dribble here. Now his eyes are over his shoulder and he can see the whole defense. Now from here, watch Porter for spacing. So Porter realizes he's in a bad spot. He's not going to get the ball. He realizes that Jokic is posting up. So Porter's just going to get out of the way and space the floor. And then from there, this is just a very simple post move that players you need to have. It's just shooting it right off the dribble right there, right in rhythm. Now this next move is building off of a jump shot. So in a game, let's say you make a couple of these jump shots right here. So what's the defense got to do? They have to defend you as if you're going to take the jump shot. So then you can play off the shot fake and go shot fake drive on these. Jokic is a right-hander, and this is a very tough shot, but it's a good shot that most post players you got to have in your skill package, which is left-hand dribble or weak hand dribble to a weak hand hook shot. All right, again, you've got all four help defenders within vision here, and now Jokic is just straight up attacking and going. This is a strong move right here. All right, so now we're going down screen. I wanted to show this just to show how post players are so skilled nowadays. Post players, if you only score on the low block, you can't hit an open three-point shot like that's the trail man. You can't hit a mid-range jump shot like this off a down screen. That's not good. You got to be able to score from multiple areas of the floor, and I just wanted to show that right here. All right, so this move here. So the one thing I wanted to point out is his patience. So you can see Mitchell right here. Donovan Mitchell keeps faking as if he's going to double. So Jokic just keeps his dribble, keeps his eye on Mitchell, and he doesn't actually double, so he keeps his dribble. But right here, this is a great move. He goes shot fake, and what I love, or what's effective about a shot fake, is eyes to the rim. So you can see right here, Jokic, his eyes are to the rim. On a shot fake, if your eyes are looking at the floor or somewhere else, it still might work, but it's less likely to work. In my opinion, the number one thing, well, we could tie it. Number one thing in a shot fake is the basketball has to go above your head and your eyes have to go to the rim. And then he just steps through right there for a finish. All right, this is a great hustle play, and post players need to aim to get, man, if you got one basket like this per quarter, that would be absolutely amazing. That's 8 points a game. But you can see Jokic right here. Gobert does a decent box out, but look at this swim move. So his left arm is kind of pushing on the person boxing him out. His right hand goes up. That doesn't work, so then he does kind of a swim move the other way. He's being very aggressive. And then look at his pursuit of the ball. He is catching it as high as he possibly can in this situation. Since Gobert's hitting him, he can't jump as high, but he is pursuing the ball very aggressively, catching it with two hands as high as he can, and stepping through. And this is a finish that you got to be able to have, is this step through right there. And then also notice Jokic, look at his left elbow right here. He's keeping his left elbow up to protect Gobert from blocking the shot. So that's a great finish and great hustle. All right, much of the same here, except one difference on this one that I like is on this one right here, the defense actually goes to double. So you can see all four defenders are in his vision, and this defender right here is going to go in double. So usually the rule that defenses will do is they say, all right when the offensive player takes that dribble is when you trap. So you can see Jokic, right when he dribbles, this defender is leaving, but what does Jokic do? He sees the help defense right here. He sees the trap, and he spins away and shoots a hook shot. So that's a great read right there to spin away from the help. Now, if And I would guess the Jazz right here, if they send Donovan Mitchell to trap right here, it's a super easy read, and it's going to be a wide open three. But if you send the second defender over to trap, it's a harder read because now you basically have a 3, so offense versus a 2 on the weak side, so that's a harder trap. But another read you can do instead of spinning away from the help and trying to score is just pass it if it's open. So if Murray would have stayed spaced out right here at the top of the key, so like when Murray's defender goes to trap, if Murray stays at the top of the key and stays spaced out, then he would have had a wide open 3. All right, very simple move. It's like, again, 4 defenders in the vision, take 2 or 3 dribbles, pound into the shoulder, and then it's just a baseline spin. Another great move to have for post players. All right, much of the same there, just jabbing, shot faking. Right here, he catches, he sees the floor, he secures the ball. Now he's passing out of the double. So this is what I was talking about a second ago. This next defender over, the first help defender, post players, if he comes down or she comes down to trap, this is the play you need to make, is an accurate pass. Look how accurate this pass is. Look at Murray's hands. Murray's hands barely have to move. He hits Murray right in rhythm, right in the shooting pocket, and knocks down the shot. So this is a pass that post players have to be able to make, and offensive players got to stay spaced out on the perimeter for a 3, unless your coach says attack the rim or cut to the rim. Right here, this is just a very simple, amazing pass. So on this type of action right here, what's normally going to happen is, especially at high school and college, ideally, like this corner defender on the weak side is usually might even be all the way right in the smack dab middle of the floor. Jokic makes a great skip pass, and there's 3 things to notice about this pass. First of all, it's a great read. Second of all, it's a no-look pass. So he's looking towards the corner. I don't know if you want to do this. Some of you can pull it off, some of you can't, but it's something to think about is knowing who's open and passing it to them without looking. And then 3 is the accuracy of this pass. So it's not 100% accurate. I'd say it's 95% accurate, but still good. Shooter's in a low position, catches him right in rhythm, allows the shooter to stay balanced, and it's a knockdown 3. So this is going to be another assist here. So this is very simple. Very, very simple. One-hand pass off the dribble. Help defense is giving just enough room for the shooter to hit a 3. And what I also like too is the spacing of the guard here. So they're well behind the three-point line, and they're catching the ball, stepping into the shot so they can get their rhythm. A lot of players, what will happen is they'll be hugging the three-point line, and they won't be stepping in to meet the pass. If they do step in to meet the pass, and they're hugging a three-point line or their toes are right on top of it, they step in to meet the pass, what happens? It's a 2-point shot now instead of a 3-pointer. I had another assist here. This is much of the same. It's just a relocation. So all 4 help defenders, are in the vision of the passer. On the dribble, defender steps down to either trap or it might be a fake. It might be a stun. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. And then the other good thing here is the guard moves off the trap. So you can see the defender's first step after this stunt or after this trap, whatever he was doing. The defender's first step is towards the top of the key. Well, Murray's not here anymore. Murray's located to the wing. So this gives Murray more space and more time to knock down the 3. So guards have to be able to relocate like that as well. Here's another pass out of the double. So right here, it's a side ball screen. What I love about Jokic is that he's always under control. He's never going too fast. So he catches the ball. He notices 2 defenders are on me. That's going to be hard for him to beat. Some players can beat a double team, but 90% or more players can't beat a double, so he's going to know that somebody's open. Porter makes a great cut. This right here is a type of cut that players need to make more. Whenever the ball goes into the post or the mid-post, kind of in this area right here, what's going to happen is you can see these 2 defenders right here have their backs turned to all 3 offensive players on the weak side. So they are not seeing the cutter, and Porter Jr. recognizes it and gets a dunk. And these are NBA guys, and of course they're dunking and they're 6'10", but these are principles that all players can learn from. I always try to keep it realistic. So this is a very good read right here, and I'm just going to stop it at this point. Great passers. I'll say this. Average basketball players, which is 90% of players, only see players as they are. Meaning, right here in this situation, if Millsap right here in this very split second, he's not open. There's two defenders. He's going right between them. But looking forward and looking into open space, Jokic knows, all right, Millsap, he's not exactly open in this moment of time, but he's already moving. He's on his way to open space. So what Jokic does is he throws Millsap into open space and gets the layup. Last play right here. Another point here, again, Jokic, what makes him so good is he sticks to his strength. So in this situation right here, he's not going to be doing a Chris Paul, Kyrie Irving, between the legs, step back, getting his guy, shaking and baking and all that. It's very simple. He dribbles, he's cut off, so he gets on 2 feet, he doesn't travel, and now he's scanning the floor. So he's bringing the ball above his head because he's taller than everybody else. He's scanning the floor, he's using his pivot, finds a wide open player right there. All right, so this was the part two of Nikola Jokic's film. I love watching him. He's a great player, plays so simple, and there's so many things that players can learn from him. Thank y'all for watching. Here's how to get these workouts. And some of you are very good supporters of my channel. Anytime you can comment, anytime you can share a video of mine, anytime you can get a teammate or a friend to subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. I'll be making more videos soon, and we'll see you then.